Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone, and this reading is for Capricorn. And so we're gonna see what is showing up for you guys this week. I'm gonna be using the Fountain Tarot. So let's go and see what shows up for Capricorn. Okay, you have the Three of Swords with the Knight of Swords with the Two of Cups. Okay. I think the most obvious message that I can see in that card, in those cards, sorry about that, is some kind of heartbreak, disappointment, sadness connected with a relationship that you have been fighting for. The fighting for part is what I'm seeing with the Knight of Swords. It's like you've been really trying with this relationship, and it's like maybe there were communication issues, maybe you tried to get through those issues, but there's still like difficulties surrounding the whole thing. Of course, the Three of Swords is never a card that feels good when you're in the moment and you're feeling that way. Even if it doesn't represent a relationship, the Three of Swords will represent some form of either disappointment or separation. And it's usually one that, again, it's difficult for us to deal with when it happens. So it takes time for us to heal and come to a point of acceptance because of what's taken place. Feelings can be hurt when that card shows up, and you can be also feeling betrayed. But and I think the Knight of Swords can also represent maybe even wanting revenge to a certain extent. That's just what came to mind. Wanting to fight back, wanting to lash out if your feelings are hurt by somebody else, or somebody that maybe could have been either a partner that you hoped for. Maybe it's a relationship situation that didn't even happen, but you hoped it would happen, but it didn't really take place. Maybe you might even feel led on by a person, and then it doesn't happen as you would have hoped or expected. Well, the Two of Cups can represent a partnership in general, so it may not always be a love partnership or a romance. It could also even be a work situation where a person says they want to partner up with you to do with either a work related project or a business idea or something like this. But again, it's like you feel betrayed by this individual. And I think if that's the case, if it shows up in that kind of way, I feel that it's because this person even may have decided to go with somebody else on a certain idea, or work with somebody else, or even that person may be a completely two-faced person that smiles in your face while, stabbing you in the back, like saying negative things to other people about you while pretending like they're best friends with you. Like, it could be that kind of situation as well. And then things might become revealed, and then, you get the hurt feelings and stuff like that. So it could be that way too. The Three of Swords also is making me feel like if there are any tears shed as a result of whatever takes place this week, it will be really cleansing for you. I kind of feel for some of you Capricorns that there is an emotional blockage that you're experiencing, and it's like you're having a very tough time letting that wall down and really letting your feelings come to the surface. I feel like there's been a lot of emotions that you've been suppressing and burying deep within yourself that can show up in even negative or sort of unhealthy ways if it's not released as it needs to be. So don't be afraid of letting people know how you feel about things. Don't feel like you always have to hold your tongue because of just only strictly caring about other people's feelings, and when there's things that you should be saying or you should be able to say. So I kind of feel like there's a blockage, like emotionally, and also when it comes to communication for you, for some of you guys. Like, I don't know why that Two of Cups is showing me like two chakras almost being blocked for you. So it's about sort of unblocking those chakras, saying how you feel, really expressing yourself. And some people again may not like it, and maybe that's what you've always been concerned about. Would people not like what I have to say? How would they interpret what I have to say? Kind of situation. But I kind of feel like you're doing this more for your own well-being versus, you know the just for people to like you, if you get what I'm saying, or just for people, just to not create a stir or something like that. But the cards are kind of saying you have to express yourself. And then underneath we have the great communicator herself, the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords again is saying, say how you feel. But the only problem is that the Queen of Swords, she can be very direct and very blunt and very to the point. And so I think for some of you guys, um maybe that's the way you've been, but maybe for one reason or another you've kind of felt like you can't really be that way, because of maybe your surroundings or something like that. But it's kind of saying, just be you, just be your authentic self. Don't be bothered about what other people think or say or feel or whatever it is. If you really have to say something, let it be known. So yes, peace and many blessings to you, Capricorn. I'll be seeing you. Bye.